ya no paso okwa adwuma no akra so okwa adwuma no pon firi adwuma a wotime yira ne fie kwan no akopie wo bi fie akoda wo bi mpaso edi ho nansa abira wo okwa adwuma no a otimi firi ho no okwa adwuma no asambra na ne fie kwan no ayira no netimi yedi ho ayi no akọ be ma ne fie no asiesi ho no otimi prebe no ande fro ne nkwan ahihye fridge mu ama be me no ne ade wo timi am nwa wo ni obi wo ho mo wo he ho esoro ho ana he na mo wo ni obi ya wo ho 9 years mo nka wade asem wo timi am nwa and as soon him say me nipa no meko ne ho weekend nti wan humi a me wo ho first no bi kwa wo hyin a wotete afi di omo ba mu kita suitcase ofa na ganya na me en spinters e my enyo eten spinters oba enyo eten spinters ganya na me spinters really
force honorable at force yeah. Only for part of Wadauruma. And some said to be a say, Wadauruma, levy betting tax. And the tax is Bia, Ghana for a swan on a drink, or say, and rather you had more, you are appointing as a finance minister. Budget a decay or neighbor parliament, sad in the decay. Abani Bechem. Abani Bechem, my bed. And yes, I am friend. But was I your friend? And yet our bed. Come for Jimmy Sunday, the Minya cry. Minya Madumana Minko. So I did my bed. And our bed. Why did I be so bad in him? Abraham count. No, Jim was getting. Force honorable at force. Yeah. Only for part of Wadauruma. And some said to be a say, Wadauruma, levy betting tax. And the tax is Bia, Ghana for a swan on a drink, or say. And rather you had more, you are appointing as a finance minister. Budget a decay or neighbor parliament. Sad in the decay. Abani Bechem. Abani Bechem. Bed. My bed. And yes, I am friend. But was I your friend? And yet our bed. Come for Jimmy Sunday, the Minya cry. Minya Madumana Minko. So I did my bed. And yet our bed. Why did I be so bad in him? Abraham count. No, Jim was getting.
Another Friday night. Benjamin Nketsia here. Sports Panorama is live. Show proudly brought to us by Royal Kingdom Estate. It's all about litigation-free land acquisition, construction, design, property management, and more. You want to talk to Royal Kingdom Estate. Properties in prime areas in Accra and Ibri. Land beginning at 90,000 Ghana cedis. We offer flexible payment plans, affordable homes ranging from 2 bedrooms, premium furnished apartments, also for short rentals at East Airport. You can visit us at Cantonments opposite Soul Clinic International School, or you can call 0557 555 909. 0557 555 909. You can also call 0272 778 880 or send us an email at info@Royal Kingdom Estate. Royal Kingdom Estate, building communities, nurturing dreams. Let's talk about more sponsors. Blue Jinx Energy Drink. very well represented on the table. Yeah, for our YouTube community, you guys can see exactly what's going on in the studio. If you are listening on radio, I'm sorry, but I mean, they are still sponsors on the show. It's a Friday night, so you know you want to shake yourself up for the night. One can of blue jeans, you do things tonight, trust me. Been on the Ghanaian market for over 20 years. Yeah, they got nutrients in there, vitamins B2, B3, B6, B12, as well as taurine and guarana, known to boost your strength and energy, promote high performance and endurance. Yes, it's bold for active men and women. Blue Jeans energy drink, be tough. For bulk purchase, contact Budget Cash and Carry on 0208 128 190 or 0550 010 000, and it's in shops nationwide. Kivo 4-in-1 Gary Mix, Kudusu's Kivo, your Kivo, my Kivo, Nimli's Kivo, Edwin's Kivo, Yao's Kivo. Yeah, Charlie, everybody's Kivo. The 4-in-1 Gary Mix is easy to make. It's FDA approved. Yes, your crispy Gary, your groundnut, creamy milk, and sugar. All you need is to add your water, and you're good to go. This week on the show, the Ghana Premier League is set to return tomorrow. We will be at a few of the match venues, at least those that have been approved. So there's that. Pole was buried on the 6th of March, and so looks like things are gradually moving forward. Otto Addo, coaches Otto, my Otto, your Otto, is expected to name his Black Star squad this week. We'll be getting into all the national team next week, actually. So the coming week. So we'll be getting into all the issues, the prospective new players coming in, which departments will get a shake-up. And then, of course, we are picking up that your captain, my captain, everybody's captain, chest beating, finger rapping,
blood clotting,
you know, the charismatic Andre Ayew. His goal scoring has been, has been on the up. So we are hearing that Capito is making everything. And ironically, right, guys, on my Twitter feed right now is a picture for Puma Football posted by musician Jackie. Now, in that picture, looks like there's a couple of other Ghanaians in there. And the maestro is in there. Abedi Pele is in there, but bro, you know what's killing me right now? Why is Abedi Pele wearing a captain band in the Puma promo?
Captain for life.
Charlie. Namely, Champions League is there. Arsenal United is there. Namely, you need to commit us into a holy place. You need to commit next week's Black Stars collapse into a holy place. It's very important to me. You need to commit the Ghana Premier League to a holy place, and you need to tell PSG that ball no dia ube bo, but ube to me I say go ana.
Where they are going, they will see their smoothness level.
Please commit all this and commit your own United into the Lord's hands, because it's a big weekend. You will slip into relegation, namely.
But United is not going to get relegated. As for the Arsenal game, the two teams, they are. You look at them, this one is not going winning, and this one to title challenge, Yamutu, everything Yakari. So very good.
Yo, Zebaut me a manche. Manche me a manche. Oh, Jared. When it's Swanima, Swanama, Swa. What trouble, eh? What about Heliwo? Baheliwo, no balo ba. Man, be what we, Abu Fabia tweet. It shall pay more than small be about be a 12 abo, because I know quality a beer yo. Yes, about me and no quality beer a yo. Otoado, Mirenchen like a bomb. You was about burn to like a Otoado a bomb. No, what team a denche? Well, let only me know yo. Papa, Jabo, manche me a manche. Jabo, Hale Jomo Kenili. Ni ene commit to a le. Enye na lo duba. Mo kwa ka do emi to mo so.
Moko, aka do emi to mo song.
Don't go and bend like a shrimp.
Go the kaka list ba ne
Don't do that.
Ne frog ba me ne dabi me.
Consult your body like a shrimp.
Okay to kraku. She otoado. Wo ka hwe bole o ko hwe ele.
Shele
ne tu enu tumo.
Men nye wo te se
When I
monko.
can chef nani akalaba fite no listed denche amena anu na magma she will like any yo was about denche fita e wo listed amayelo no kwale
fita
ona beni cho
list
Ghana Premier League yo was zeba also me ko to that fake atwabole ko ele gon yeah na gbe me je gbe me to play na
safe zone
Ona look Jabodenche Jamanche mia manche she henu of football le she Nketsia no fear no fite
Fitemo.
no fear no fite ekweko be ni wo ke hin no kamo baya Jaswa no ba pe no ba chem yo was about akeba jowo ni gbele woda man you ke Arsenal wole ke relegation battle jo title challenge battle jo I mean you they are the best people to describe the nature of the match they are going to play me de ke na match say no mo nature call ona be ni cho man you play relegation Arsenal lewe title lewe yamutu Arsenal yamutu
Intebe.
if you only mana honorable Sam George
Battle of the Intebes.
Honorable Sam George Minister of Communication if you know you my job Honorable Sam George in get no my job
why the data drop
ona ke odi Arsenal say honorable me profile honorable ko di Arsenal say me profile Jomo Ghana he ke Arsenal apasashi Arsenal kama apasashi honorable Sam George me nchem boss Jomo Ghana ni nyuma job ye Yesu gba mi amen abe ete me ka honorable Messi on Jini Ghana
Thank you.
Arsenal do di wechia
Thank you. What's it there? And I show you so what's the men market to create on then.
Domi Tomoso.
Can do me. Man ko tna konya no on chia.
Cesar is a crazy word. Anyway, let's start off with the Ghana Premier League real quick. Starts tomorrow. Gabriel Fair, you are the man. You've been following all the issues with regards to the league. 5 venues, I believe, have been approved. Some of the venues were going back and forth, but I mean, from your journalist point of view, just give us the venues that have been approved, one, and also what you expect now that the league is resumed. Quick thoughts on that.
This is our own. Let's cherish our own.
Is that the song?
Ghana Premier League is back again. This is our own. Let's cherish our own. Ghana Premier. No, that is not a song. It's me. I see it as
behave yourself. You can't.
Oh no, because you can't use that as a promo song.
Behave yourself. So let's sing this. So give me the first time.
This is our own. Let's cherish our own. Ghana Premier League is back again.
Charlie, let's respect ourselves. Let us respect ourselves. Charlie, who composed this song?
Oh, I'll fetch you the name.
No, this song there, somebody composed out for this house because this creativity there. Anyway, talk to us about the venues that have been approved.
So the venues that have been approved, we have the Dance Park.
Okay.
Bibiani Gold Stars.
Okay.
In Central Sports Complex, Summertex.
Okay.
We have
Pando Stadium.
Pando. That's where Heart of Lions will play their game.
Formerly for Wafa.
Yes,
the place where Wafa used to play their game.
No, Wafa is Sogakope.
So this
Wafa
is Pando.
Yes, that's Pando. It's an AstroTurf.
The Pando Park.
Yes, it's an AstroTurf.
And there's TNA Park.
TNA. Yeah, TNA. That's Mediama.
Okay.
Tuba.
Park.
Yeah, Tuba.
Tuba is
Tuba. That's Tuba is sometimes Dreams play there.
Yes.
Yeah.
But Vision have adopted that place as their home ground.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
I think near J Kraku, the second sports complex.
What happened to Babaya? You didn't mention Babaya.
No, Babaya is not part of the stadiums approved.
There was a dispute over that.
Yeah.
So the licensing
Asterix
officer says that there's an asterisk.
Good. And according to the GFA, the club licensing committee, they gave the NSA or Kotoko up to 9th March to address the issues there.
They haven't.
And then they haven't.
So Babaya has not.
But the latest from that place is that the NSA on the part of, those in Ashanti region, they say their
shocked. They are upset that the club licensing committee of the Ghana Football Association is saying that the Baba Sports Stadium is unfit to host Category 3. You know, the Ghana Premier League is Category 3 matches, or Category C, if you want to put it. And I don't even know why. The lady, her name is Sharon Mensah, Abig, right? Sharon Mensah. I don't even know why she's talking like that. Maybe Sharon has not been following what CAF has said in the last couple of months prior to the Black Stars hosting Category A matches, so i.e. AFCON qualifiers or World Cup qualifiers. Because Sharon should have the update from CAF or whoever sent the letter, whether it's from FIFA or wherever, that there are so many infractions at the Baba Sports Stadium. And I think everybody around this round table knows this.
One of the things I was pointing out was the safety and security zone.
Yes, the undulating nature of the pitch, the drainage, the poor drainage system, the dressing room that you can't have. So you are telling me that Morocco will come here and look at our dressing room and they'll be happy. These are some of the things CAF mentioned. And so Sharon should not be talking. Yes, you can say it's Category 3 matches, but you see, if Kotoko is playing a Heart of Oak or Kotoko is playing a medium, if you are able to fix it right, it will then be easier for you. Then when we have the Black Stars playing any of the matches in the AFCON qualifiers or the World Cup qualifiers, it makes things easier. So I'm not surprised the club licensing committee will put that there. What I'm a bit surprised is that the list they put out, we've seen this.
You didn't mention the Accra Sports Stadium either.
No, the Accra Sports Stadium is not part of the matches. It's not part of the venues the GPL teams can use.
Okay.
Because that is now the only quote-unquote approved venue for the Black Stars. So when we want to play our AFCON qualifiers or the World Cup qualifiers, that's our venue. The point I wanted to make is that when you look at that list, in there, the second part of that letter or the venues they put out, you have about 4 venues that they have this conditionally approved or conditional approved.
Wait, hold on. You say out of the 5 venues that have been
no,
cleared.
not out of the 5. So
there are 5 that have been totally cleared.
Yes,
fully cleared.
Then others who have their conditional.
We had about 10 venues, 10 venues, right? So 5 cleared, and then the next
other 5.
Yes, the next 3. Under that bracket I'm talking about.
Which ones are these?
So the Baba Sports Stadium is there.
Okay.
And Legon Stadium.
Okay.
Right.
Aliyu
Muhammad Stadium.
Okay.
Yes. And these are things that I think we've spoken about several times.
And
it's not new.
Stadium. You mentioned the Legon Stadium.
Yes, the Legon Stadium. I mentioned it. It's not new to us
because I'm hearing that the Legon Stadium will be hosting the Hearts game this weekend.
Yes, we'll be hosting. And even Kotoko say that we not get anywhere go play on our matches. We are not going anywhere.
Hey.
Where will they go? Kotoko's alternative was I think the Boasilin Clay.
That one, you know, the past.
I'm not sure they would be happy with. I think Kotoko's stance is on the back of what has happened to Poli. They think that, look, we have to stay in Kumasi at the Barra Sports Stadium. That is where we can get our fans to troop in and get proceeds somewhere would be okay for us. You get the point I'm making? So they said they are not going anywhere. The Legon Stadium, they've cited. Now, this is the Legon Stadium we used to host the Black Satellite. That's where they play their home games in the African games. Now, the club licensing committee is telling us that. And let me put this on point. It is not the clubs who have built the Legon Stadium. The Legon Stadium is under government. It was built by government, right? And this is what we used to host the African games. Now, the club licensing committee is telling us that that place is unsafe. The safe zone. So
it's not good enough.
Ben, I'm sure you've been to the Legon Stadium before. I have witnessed the Black Stars players dropping from their buses, and you have the fans very close to the bus. So Kudus they drop, then you go here, Starboy, Kudus. Andre is dropping. You see, the point I'm trying to make is that you have the fans very close,
uncomfortably close.
Yes, to the players. And I think that is why they would cite that as unsafe.
So wait, you see, just to get clarity. So, as the league is resuming tomorrow, the Legon Stadium has an asterisk over it. Yes. To not host the game.
Yes. So the Legon Stadium Hearts of Oak and Legon Cities.
Yeah. So it's been given a conditional approval.
Yes, a conditional approval.
So they can play.
They can play.
Baba Yara has a conditional approval too.
Yes, up to March 9th. So March 9th will be.
So after this game week, they are supposed to sort.
After this game week, they are supposed to sort that out, and then going forward,
all right,
they will then look at it and say, okay, we can allow you to play your games over there.
Okay. So let me just quickly say a couple of things before moving. I don't want to spend too much time on this. First of all, I'm disappointed again in how these things are going. I'm happy that 5 grounds have been cleared and these can host games, but I'm unhappy that we are once again making concessions for teams that have no business participating in the league because they have not done the needful. And also, the FA and the clubs need to clarify something for me. So who takes responsibility of, say, the Baba Yara Stadium? Is it Kotoko?
As in
NSC.
Who takes, like, so the safety and security zone, for instance?
That's NSC.
Is that supposed to be Kotoko's cost?
No, you see,
security.
the safety security committee that you have Lydia Donko, right, as their chairperson.
Yeah.
So I think it would be under the auspices of the NSA because Kotoko would then
they're just renting the facility.
Yes, Kotoko would then. I'm sure the Kotoko would be working in tandem with the NSA, so they will present their gate proceeds to them on match days. After match days, whatever they get,
all right, fair.
They work with the NSA.
I am so confused, and it's extremely very, very laughable. Because when you understand matters of security concerning the Lego and the Barbara Sports Stadium, I think for the Lego, the statement was very clear, like you rightly paraphrase.
The safe zone.
The safe zone.
Yeah.
No, but those things.
But you see, Coach,
they are.
Before you continue,
they are revolving.
The Legon Stadium hasn't got even the inner perimeters.
No, but they don't need an inner perimeter.
No, but if you want to extend the conversation,
that's not the Legon Stadium doesn't need an inner perimeter.
Okay.
They don't need an inner. But where they are calling us the safe zone, that thing can be barricade. If you go to Europe, that's what they do. There.
Means the inconsistency.
And the young crowd, you see, they don't understand. Look, I listen to the man, the one in charge of these things. And when you seriously listen to him, Gabi, and he talks about some of these things.
Is it a manager?
Yes, you clearly tell yourself that he doesn't understand what he's talking about. For me, I clearly saw it as a situation where we want to show Hassan Kotoko where power lies. Now those stadiums that have been cleared.
Well, but they also say that it's not like they are punishing the
clubs.
It
doesn't.
But it looks like it.
Hold on. Let's make a prayer come back to you.
Have you been to those places?
Oh yeah, I've been. Yes. I've been to the.
Compare those places to the places they've said don't qualify.
And you raised that point. That look, if you are proving the Century Sports Arena. And you are telling me that
the Baba Yara is
yes, because I don't understand. Maybe there are technicalities that we don't have to.
I listen to there's nothing like technicality.
Okay.
Too much of what technical knowledge at times exposes your ignorance on the matter. Because if you're telling me that the safe zone at the Legon, once that's you can barricade the thing and say when the bus is coming,
don't pass here, don't stand here.
To pass there and they're moving smoothly, and nobody gets in contact. Any be shouting Starboy. You don't even see Starboy to be shouting Starboy. What is that? You don't even see them for you to be shouting Starboy. When you go to the commercial spot, I was hoping to hear that maybe the bathroom, maybe the thing. But when you are talking about safe zone. Look, we've gone to commercial sports. We've watched Black Star versus Nigeria. The safe zone. They were barricade. Isn't it?
Yep.
So we can do same.
Fair point.
So I don't think those two reasons are proper reasons to disqualify those two venues.
Okay,
fair enough.
That's where I want to touch on. It's about the inconsistencies in all this, because these are the approved venues that, according to the FA, meet the required standards for hosting GPL matches, ensuring adequate safety and competition conditions. TNA Stadium, that's for Media Man.
Yeah. Standard. New facility.
Pass. Dr. Kwame Chi Sports Complex. Standard.
JJ.
Domes Park. BBN Gold Stars. How? In Century Sports Arena.
How?
Then you go to Pando Stadium. Pando Stadium. Then
it's more qualified than Baba Yara.
I'm coming. Relax.
It's just the pitch and the
challenge. If you see the dance park and you go cry.
No, relax. I'm building my point. You relax. Then these are the venues that must address certain deficiencies before receiving full approval. Ni Ajay Kraku Park, Tuba AstroTurf, and this category of venues, they are ranked ahead of the Baba Yara Stadium. I'm getting to it. So Tuba AstroTurf, Ayew Mahama Sports Stadium, Nana Fosuji Abo Park, Nana Jimambedu Park. Then we move to
those are conditional.
We move to the third category.
Rejected.
So additionally, Baba Yara Stadium, home to Asante Kotoko, and Legon Stadium, currently hosting Hearts of Folk and Legon Cities, have been flagged for safety concerns and must be addressed before their next official fixtures. And they mentioned the safety zone area as the reason for flagging them. Safety zone.
And you are approving dance park.
Safety zone. Safety zone. Are you telling me that safety zone issues connected to the Baba Yara Sports Stadium is enough for you to flag it, but it's not enough for you to flag the dance park in BBN? It's not enough for you to flag the Pando Stadium. It's not enough for you to flag the Tuba AstroTurf. Tuba AstroTurf, why don't we know Tuba AstroTurf? You just walk into the structure and the players walk right in front of the supporters before they get access to the pitch, because the pitch is fenced with wire mesh, and in order to access the pitch, the players walk in front of the supporters to get access to the pitch. Isn't that a dire situation than Baba Yara Stadium that is fully barricaded with inner perimeter?
Point.
So that is where the inconsistency comes in.
Saying that, look, Hassan Kotoko, they shouldn't move an inch. They should. If you move an inch, it completely rubbish. Look, that's your statement. That you if you allow them to take you there, you don't.
But that statement,
you don't deserve to have that automatic.
Nobody will give them that spot. Let me see if Abeku can make some sense of this for us. So the guys don't seem to understand the fact that Dance Park and BBN Stadium and Pando Stadium are getting approvals. Can you reconcile the point for us? Like, bring us home, because I'm lost.
Safe zone is the area where when the team bus comes, it parks safely, and there's no fun in that area to either get close to the player for security or all of those things. So if you pick the Cape Coast Sports Stadium, for example, there's no space as in covered, and there's some block shielding, some space that the car will go in and park in some garage sort of. It's all an open space, but in that open space, as namely raised, it's barricaded, and there are security and there are security guys in that zone that protect these areas. For example, the mixed zone where players get through after their games to get into their buses is an area that's, for example, open to the media for interviews, and it's just a barricading with security officials there to guard the players from any unnecessary act.
Fair point. So do you agree that Baba Yara and Hearts and Accra Sports Stadium, Ayew Mahama, should be given conditional approvals while Dance and Pando gets
full clearance?
No.
You don't agree?
No, Baba Yara should be given full approval.
For approval.
I mean, it's all in relation to the safety measures we put in place to protect these players. Look, you get to venues and there are club officials who've been trained as stewards who are allowing other fans, because they are friends with them, come into these areas. And I cited an example the last time.
That's where all the confusion begins.
Look, at the Lenclain Sports Stadium, Lenclain Sports Stadium, I've been there several times. It qualifies to be a Category 3 venue to play games at. But security measures there are loose. Likewise, other venues in the Ghana Premier League. So you need proper security, in that space that will guide these players. Because look, I was in Cape Coast when they were having the Fox Waffle tournament.
Oh.
And it was proper.
When was the last time you saw proper production and proper?
Like that it was proper. So my issue is that, and I'm happy the IGP together with the Ghana Football Association is now putting heads of the safety areas. I mean heads of absolutely in these areas where we have, or these venues where we have our games, and they are supposed to be ensuring that the areas where we call safety zone are safe indeed. The Legon Sports Stadium, the example that was cited. Now I want to talk about these two things and land, Ben. First off, the Legon Stadium is owned, like Gabby Riley indicated, by the state. Now this is what the clubs do. They go in an agreement to say, okay, the first round of the league, we'll be playing this number of games for home matches here, and we want to pay this amount. What is the price for using the Legon Sports Stadium? Then the director for the what's the name? Your friend Lugutera. What's his name?
Dr. Austin Lugutera. He's the director of sports.
Director of sports, will come into agreement and say that using the facility for a day, for a match, 90 minutes plus the extra additionals will be 10,000 per game. Then the club will go like, oh, it's too much. If you can come to say 8K or 6K will be okay. Then they'll tell you that, okay, the amount is charged for ABCD. Clean up the whole facility, ensuring the washroom, the water, all of those details. Then they will spell that out for you. So if you can meet that demand, you pay and use. So the clubs have no local. You can't be telling the clubs that they should go and put up walls in safety areas to try and block. There's proper security. Where the bus parks. The last time I was there was the friendly that the under-20 team played with. No, it was not Hasselhoff. They played against I've forgotten the name of one of the Ghanaian Premier League clubs. Look, the bus
Nations.
Accra Hasselhoff, don't worry. Accra Hasselhoff. Was Accra Hasselhoff?
Yeah, they played against Accra Hasselhoff. They played against.
Please wrap it up for me.
Yeah. And where the bus was parked, if again I repeat, there's proper security officials, then no fun is crossing that space
to that place,
to that area.
Cool.
It is proper security that we need to put in place. So the clubs do not own these venues; they pay for it.
Fair, which is
even
fair.
when you go for Division 1 leagues and in areas like areas
that's so easy.
Baben, then Central Sports Arena qualifies to host category.
I can agree with that. I've seen a couple of games there. Thank you very much for that clarification. Let me read a few messages. So Alfie from Kaswa says, hi Ben and team, please let coach pray for the FA to pay the referees their monies owed so they can perform their duties without fear or favor, because it seems we have forgotten that aspect. Alvinio from Akosombo says, please ask coach if he believes that Madrid will survive the Atletico attack in the second leg. We'll get there. Kwesi Anfield from Way, okay, I don't know if that's a place. Says the best sports program ever. Good to hear the day is coming back. However, Otto Addo is still not good enough for Ghana. We have the best players to compete at the World Cup. My darling club Liverpool is just a club, especially is not just a club, especially when it comes to the Champions League. Okay. Mustafa Wakaso from Damongo in the Savannah region says shout outs to the Sports Panorama team and special shouts to Coach Nimli Numo. Every Friday I'm glued to my phone watching your lively discussions. Barca to win the Champions League and La Liga. I see. Nice dreams. Anyway, Kobe from Legon says that good evening Ben. How's Tuba, Swatra Park and all those approved, and UG and Babaya not. Interesting. Aziz Idi Goro in Ashaima Zenu. Nice. Says, are they still going on with plans of resuming the GPL this coming weekend? They should not deceive us with appearances of multiple security personnel at the various mad venues as they did with the Ghana Cup games. If they've brought this kind of initiative, it must stay for eternity. Okay, those are the messages. Keep them coming. 0549 986 996. 0549 986 996. Let me move the conversation on. We have a lot to talk about. Let's go to the Black Stars. There's a squad coming next week. It's two things I want to discuss: team chemistry, the goalkeeping department, three actually. The return or possible return of Capitano. El Capitano.
One goal in 1 month.
Let me start off with Edwin. Actually, we've not heard Edwin's voice today. I'm good to have you back. You've been away for a minute, recharging and all. Let's talk about Let's talk about the Black Stars, right? I'm sure you've been observing everything. Winfred Schaefer, Kofi Adams meeting them, Chad Madagascar.
Coach, how did you feel about that meeting?
No, I'll get there.
You see the way I'm calm.
They come before the storm. They come before the storm. Anyway, you've been observing everything. So touch on the three things for me. Goalkeeping department, how you feel about it. how you feel about our team chemistry going into these qualifiers, and also the possible return of El Capitano.
Okay, Ben, I'm going to approach this topic from two fronts. First, as a Ghanaian football fan, these two games do not excite me. I am not excited.
As in, you're not looking forward to them?
I am not looking forward to them. Will beating Madagascar and Chad erase the last 5 years of mismanagement and poor decisions and poor football? No, it won't. Will it suddenly make anything better? No, it won't. As a Ghanaian, I've become used to the team disappointing, wrong decisions being taken, poor football, poor management, beating two teams that used to be our minnows and now are possibly our mates or even our superiors now. It's not going to change much for me. So I am not excited as a Ghanaian football fan. As a football journalist, I am disappointed because we have some of the best players on the continent. And we are wasting their best years by giving them management that's not good enough. We are wasting the best years of Kudus. We've already wasted the best years of Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey should have been an AFCON winning player.
We are wasting the best years of the Ayew.
We've wasted the best years of Jordan Ayew. We are looking at wasting the best years of Antoine Semenyo and Iñaki Williams. Because we can't get our act together and get proper management who can guide them. They have the simple task of getting players who are coached by better coaches elsewhere for weeks on end. Just bring them in for a couple of years, find a system that works for them with other great players and allow them to succeed. But we are wasting it continuously, and I thought things would change a little bit after missing out on the AFCON. I thought after that we would get rid of every single person. But what we have is we've backed a manager who doesn't know what he wants to do, who is clearly not good enough at this level of football. We've backed him, we've kept him in charge, and he's succeeded in alienating a number of our players, of our quality players, and also basically getting 50% out of our star players. We've not been able to get 100% out of Kudus in
fact, we are contributing to making Kudus' career worse.
Exactly. We've contributed to making every single player on this team worse of internationally because of how we use them. They are reluctant to come and play for us because of it. Because no matter how many good weeks they have with their clubs, once they come to Ghana, once they play for in the international games, they are not good enough. They are traitors. They are not passionate about the country, no matter how good they've been. That's how we see them, because we've put them under the charge of a GFA that is very short-sighted, and a manager that, I want to repeat, is not good enough.
At this level.
For this
which level had he coached that before?
For this level of play.
Under 20.
No, those things don't count.
For this level of play. So these two games don't get me excited. We might win both. We might not. People will, if we do win these games, people will suddenly change their minds about the Black Stars.
Wishy-washy fans.
Give Otto Addo a chance. Give this GFA a chance.
They've started already.
They've started.
Look, and when we beat Mali and we beat Central,
we did it. We did the same thing.
And I told you it was Intos. We robbed Central African Republic in Kumasi. We robbed them.
You are calm. Come. So these two games are not going to change anything. And I want to touch on the goalkeeping and players generally. We've wasted every single opportunity to find quality replacements for our goalkeepers. We've decided to do ring around the roses around the same goalkeepers, inadequate goalkeepers who are injury prone, musical chairs, goalkeepers who are injury prone, goalkeepers who barely get games at their clubs, goalkeepers who are not good enough. We've done this musical chairs around these goalkeepers, and now we are struggling for options. There were moments where keepers were good enough in the league, even in the Ghana Premier League, even though I admit the quality in the Ghana Premier League is not up to the standard of the rest of the continent.
That
department, we've had some really good goalkeepers.
True.
We've been reluctant to put them in the team. we keep going around the same goalkeeper, Wallacott, Richard Ofori, Atizigi, the same goalkeepers. You know, sometimes you put in a goalkeeper, see how they fit in with the team in training, and then see whether they can offer something going forward. But we haven't done that, so we've not found replacements. And you could say the same for every single part of the team. There are players who are good enough, but we've decided to stick with players because we have interest in those players, or because we are reluctant to get away from those players because we've used them for quite a while. And it's affected us in terms of the options that we do have. We've let so much talent go because we are unwilling to change, unwilling to waver on our indoctrinations, and we are unwilling to change. That's the basic point. And talking about, now let's move to Andre Ayew.
Yeah.
Look, I was one who was convinced that Andre Ayew was no longer a starter for the Black Stars. There was no way Andre Ayew should be coming onto the pitch with his teammates. I always felt that he had something to offer as a substitute.
Yeah.
And not only as a substitute centre forward. That was where he would offer a lot to the Black Stars. Once you put Andre in, you are basically playing with one player fewer because he's not going to run around. And this current era of African football, of world football, players press a lot. Players are very energetic. So if you have one player that doesn't do that, you are basically disadvantaging yourself. And if that player plays on the wing, plays behind the striker, plays in midfield, you are in serious trouble.
True.
A lot of clubs have seen that, have realized that, and that is why they are struggling. A few clubs, Coach Nimli knows what I'm talking about. If you don't have the energy to compete in those positions, you are basically...
You're playing with the red card, literally.
Exactly. As a centre forward, you have the luxury of course, you still need to work hard, but you have the luxury of staying in specific locations and waiting for your chance. As a poacher, he's a very good header of the ball, so there are options for him. But even then, you can't afford to start him from the front. So when people were calling for him to be taken out of the team, I understood the reservations because he was fading in the positions that he was being played in. And even when the few times he was played as a centre forward, he was starting those games, and he was fading very quickly into the game, and eventually we were left with 10 men on the pitch. So he has picked up in form. He's starting to play games. He's played 17 games in the league so far this season.
He has 4 goals.
He has 4 goals, 1 assist. But the more important thing is that of those 17 games, 10 of those games have seen him play more than 60 minutes. So you can see that he's starting to get a little more game time. But if you analyze those figures a lot more, you can see that in the first 6 games that he played, five of them were 70 plus minutes. However, in the last 6 games that he's played, only 2 of them have been over 70 minutes. So you need to know how to manage Andre Ayew. And I must say that period where he's been played less and less has coincided with his best form of the season. That's when he started playing a lot better. So you need to know when to use Andre Ayew. And I think he himself needs to understand that if you are coming to the team, you are not going to start. The most you are going to play is 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 10 minutes.
And so you might as well give those minutes to somebody else. Would you say that?
I would say
absolutely. That. Or you think we should keep him on the bench for those moments?
Look, if we have better players on the bench who can make more of a difference than Andre Ayew, yes, absolutely bring him in. If he comes in as a last resort, because we need certain qualities of his, like his ability in the air, like the way he's able to push goals in very tight situations. So those can be advantages or pros for him to be in the squad and come off the bench. But I feel we have better options up front that we are not utilizing well because
we are having to accommodate him.
We don't have a good coaching unit at the moment. and it's affecting our team, and it's making me less excited as a Ghanaian football fan. And now it's making me less excited to watch Ghana matches, even as a sports journalist.
They've broken you because you've always been very, very optimistic.
Positive.
You are very positive about the national team. Yeah,
everyone knows that.
Charlie, that'd be serious.
But I was hoping Otuado would be cleared by now. He shouldn't be in charge of these.
I thought he could.
Realistically, he shouldn't be in charge of these World Cup matches.
I thought this coach
Who's this coach?
I put my trust in this coach. It's okay. Namely, you have been reading your facts page for a long time. You have been reading your documents for a long time. There is a World Cup qualifier, or there are World Cup qualifiers on the horizon, and your favorite Otto is naming a squad next week.
Also, what team
are you still on this matter?
What team
that we don't have quality?
No, can't get what team
I need you to clarify.
Not the individual players.
You mean as a unit?
Team. What team?
Okay.
Team.
I get that. I get what you mean.
Ghana team.
I get that.
What coach? What assistant? Chef ani Kofi Adams na wo leke ba na no wo here kan na aka ba atuno ni sa aka tun e boy ka me sha picture la wo de che e hwe fi wo bleo. Come on, listen to what I'm saying. Listen very well.
But coach, I think you're being unfair with Shefa.
He just Nani.
If you say Nani, I don't understand. Like what?
He has poor eyesight.
Oh, but the guy just came into the.
You see.
Shefa himself says that he was shocked when he received the call from the FA.
The last time he was fired,
he said it is possible
medically.
Charlie,
he was told for his medical reason he should stop active coaching. One of the reasons.
No, but this time around he has the luxury
of if you cannot see well. What are you technically and tactically?
Behave yourself.
No, what I want to say is that Shefa won't be at the dagger with Otto. He'll be sitting somewhere and he has the luxury of watching. He'll see what Otto
you and I will see whether he's being the stance or not.
See, how can you see what Otto cannot see?
No.
Because the FA have brought him in to give Otto the backing with tactical.
When you tickle yourself, we are tickling ourselves. And we are joking with, you see, America and Canada, no, you don't joke with that. People's livelihood.
You mean somebody's whole existence depends on making that World Cup trip?
I trust and I believe God will not take my life away from me.
No, you will live long, my brother.
Go to America. Since I came up, I want to go back.
Yeah, thank you.
I'll go for my visa this year. Black Stars or no Black Stars, I'm going to watch.
As for you will be there and you will live long, my brother.
Of course. Look at what I'm telling you. Listen very well. Let me take this thing one at a time.
Please do.
For all those who's calling for Andre to be brought back in this team, I'm sorry to say, there's no foresight in this. He's been with this team for 18 good years. Now which national team? Unless you are Messi and Ronaldo, which he's not. Which I repeat, he's not.
His own FA president confirmed it that when we went to Cameroon, if we had a Messi or Ronaldo, we would have done better.
Is it which he's not?
Those are not my words. For me, those are not my words.
And for me,
I'm laughing because
I am so sad.
Not my words.
For me, I'm so sad that he comes from a footballing family. When his father retired from the Black Stars, I wept. I remember after Burkina Faso, I wept because I still believe that the maestro still had something to offer this team. But that was when his father said, no, I've had enough. We were in what? 1996. That was in South Africa. I believe that if Abedi had not gotten injured against DRC, the Black Stars would have won that tournament. It was strictly going to be a repetition of 1992, where I still do believe up to now, if the Maestro had played in that final in 92 against Cote d'Ivoire, we beat them 3-0 in that final in Senegal. Dakar.
Beat them good.
But that even Aka Kwame and Chedu they knew that if Abedi had played in that one, we win it. As we speak, what exactly are we missing by not having the day in this team? Can anybody tell me one thing that we are missing by not having today?
Aerial duels.
I beg you, yeah.
But you said one thing.
I beg you, yeah. Look, we were in
Coach, I'm looking at I'm looking at our forwards, right?
But no, wait, just
your forwards are not scoring better.
Yes.
So
and exactly this season,
Semenyo is on 7 goals.
Coach
Inaki is on 5 goals. No. Jordan and Andrea are both on 4 goals
in the league.
In the league,
yes.
yes.
10
in all competitions. Then 3 for Kudus, and then 4 for Andre.
You see,
he's looking at them and he's like, I can play.
He was saying something.
He mentioned that there were other aspects.
In the modern era, when you mention Naki, you don't say -1. Semenyo -1.
No.
Which of these guys will you mention and say -1? When you mention Andre, is look, Imrenasu, Beleshe,
oh,
Bebashe, Besho, Beleshe, Andre Yadoy. Unless you don't want to be truthful and honest with yourself.
Some time ago, you used to he goeth as a number 9. Now he goeth no more.
Some time ago. Keywords some time ago.
Look, you see, unless you don't want to be truthful. Look, this is what most people have not said. Andre was one of our most indisciplined players in the last AFCON. True or false? True or false?
The last AFCON?
Yes, in Cote d'Ivoire.
On what?
He was one of those who created chaos in our team.
I don't know that for a fact.
You were there, but you don't want to know. You see,
hold on. No, but you must make.
You see,
you must make.
When people like Joseph Spencer, who was our best players, got substituted. Ask who did that substitution. Some of them, look, we don't need to be there. Like I told the Keto and these people, me, I'm very close to the Black Star.
You mean he was exerting influence that was not beneficial to the team?
And this is because of the atmosphere created by Keto Kreku and his bodyguard, chaos in our team, indiscipline to the highest degree. Everybody was misbehaving. Why is that, Amate? He was again one of those who misbehaved at that tournament.
True.
Misbehaved to the highest degree at that tournament. You have a captain who doesn't think that if he's not in the team, nothing better should come out of the team. What are we doing?
What are we doing there?
Look, he's giving this country quality service and nobody dares take it away from him. Anybody who makes the attempt to discredit Andre for his services to this country, the person will feel me good.
You mean they will feel you?
You'll feel me good. But as we speak today, from today onwards, I maintain he's got absolutely nothing to offer this thing. On the pitch, 0. Yeah. Unless, you see, when you are an Otoado who speaks about changing the culture, no Otoado because the man has gone back on his own words. The things he said from the very beginning. I want to change the culture. I want to give this team a new image. I want to build a proper team culture that will make a young team.
He kept on saying it.
Why is the youthfulness in this? Don't do it. Don't include him in the team. He's giving us quality service. Why do you bring him back? Under his leadership, we've experienced the worst ever performances in every tournament we've been to. True or false? True or false? That should tell you something. His performances on the pitch has been absolutely shambolic.
The leadership will take.
Look, I remember the one. Was it in Cameroon or Egypt? He and Joseph Pencil 2 to beat 1.
Yeah, Cameroon.
Oh, he was giving a return pass.
2021. We didn't see that move.
I can just see that move just with the.
Didn't you see that move again? How many times have we not seen Jordan Ayew refuse to give the ball to attacking players because they are not his brother? I mean, the things that you not see, that's the things I was. Unless when it comes to Ghana, it's not about any.
You are saying things, Bao.
I'm telling you today.
You are saying things.
You mean you see these things?
You mean you see these things on the pitch?
You don't see these things. I beg you, I will come to Krenta.
Oh, you can't do that. I beg you, you have to defend yourself.
No. Now it's not a matter of me.
Okay, it's a matter of my trust. It's a
matter of integrity. Your integrity is restored.
Oh, it's restored. But let me patch it. I will put the matter of that.
But Chelsea,
Jordan, they don't possible. And you need to jump. Come on, what call ball?
Wrap up on your first point. I'll take a break and come back to you.
What call ball? So me when I go and I'm watching the Black Stars and I'm watching.
You're like, what?
I mean, I try name.
You are me. You are me and I'm you.
Otoado. How can you handle this?
Yeah.
What is Dede going to bring to this team? Can anybody tell me? In terms of pace, contribution.
They say he has airtime. Suspend like Jordan.
No, we went to Comoros.
He got the bunnies.
He was not part of the first 11. Akele nyeniye. Le nyeniye. Waka akele twa. Abawo. Onaka wo no Nigeria.
Yeah.
Le nyeniye. Mini.
What is that?
I don't understand, man.
Mini le nyeniye.
What's up?
Ni le de yo.
Tomatoes, oranges.
No na show ngo ke sabo like jene ke imomi ke garlic
okro and things.
Tom le nyeniye. Look, you can
what?
Look, Andre. It's a very difficult. I thought the young man would have moved on.
Oh, he feels like we are trying to retire him unceremoniously.
I can't imagine he still did.
Recently he said he feels
like
some old one or something like that.
He said that.
Yeah, he said something.
Nketsia, apart from Messi and Ronaldo, can you think about any national team player?
Luka Modric.
No, you see these people.
Look, I want is a Ballon d'Or winner.
He's a Ballon d'Or winner.
But I was giving you an example.
Exactly.
Okay. In the Andre-like bracket.
Okay. Or the age bracket.
No, not the age bracket. In the Andre-like. Can you think of who's been around?
Let's talk about, let's say, the guys from 2009, right? Those people who play.
I'm retired.
If you talk about even the people who went to the final with Brazil, Douglas Costa, out of the picture, Alan Kardec,
I'm a fan.
all those guys, Giuliano, Alex Teixeira.
I'm a fan, where are they? You see, if you are proper footballing association, these are the things you use to plan your national team. Every national team should be given a future. It's good to think now. But the future should never be compromised in building and establishing the foundation of a national team.
Hold your fire. Let me take a quick break. I'll come back to you. Hold your fire. Let's take a quick break on the show. When we come back, we'll talk more Black Stars and then we'll get into some Champions League and Premier League. Stay with us.
Creative, enthusiastic. My name is Jojo and I got the Blue Jeans vibe. On Fridays, after a long, stressful week, my colleagues and I just pop a chilled, tasty can of Blue Jeans energy drink and we are ready to take the whole town by storm. During Saturday morning soccer with the boys or Sunday or Mutual special with the family, Blue Jeans does the trick again.
My name is Arapa and I got that Blue Jeans vibe. During a long day of shopping and catching up with the girls, Blue Jeans keeps us refreshed and happy. When studying for an exam, Blue Jeans is the companion throughout the long nights.
It's great for sportsmen and women and people with an active lifestyle. It's just amazing. For ball purchases, contact Budget Cash and Carry Limited on 0208 128 190 or 0550 010 000. Excessive drinking can be detrimental to your health. Not recommended for persons under 18 years, pregnant women, and lactating mothers. The advert is FDA approved.
City 97.3 Accra.
Welcome back. Sports Panorama, Benjamin Nketsia here. Show proudly brought to us by Royal Kingdom Estate, Kivo 4-in-1 Gary Mix, Blue Jinx Energy Drink, and Twisco. Coach, you were building a point. So
that is it about Andre.
Let's put that aside. Let's make progress.
If you want to give this thing a future, we should be thanking him for his services.
Yeah.
All those in and around him. And the people of Ghana. No. I saw him in 2009. I saw him in 2010. I saw him in 2015. There were moments in that 2015 penalties against Cote d'Ivoire where I felt that his position, he and Jordan's position in the penalty was wrong. I blame Avangran and Maxwell Kunedu for that. I've seen how this young man has cried anytime we failed to win a major tournament. I saw him cried in 2010.
Yeah.
I saw him cried in 2015.
So he should cry no more.
Yeah. Ya joy no more. Cry save you. There she must somehow. It must be happy. Why is Michaelis? Why Ali Muntari? Can you Ali Muntari full commitment? Can you doubt that? You can't. But a time cometh in the life of a footballer. Cometh in the life of the footballer where you need to give way. And like I'm saying, if the people at the Ghana Football Association, Coach Otuado, Chef Ane Nani, and Fatal Dada and Co, if they understand football, we need to create a future for this national team. So Andre is hoping that he will be at the World Cup in 2019.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Talk to me about team chemistry.
Now, there's no team chemistry in our team. Because already even we don't know who our captain is.
They say Jordan is your captain.
I mean what I'm saying.
I know what you mean.
You see, you understand?
They said there's a 50% chance. I've heard from the grapevine that there's a 50% chance that Andre might show up for these qualifiers.
Look, what I am hearing is that when the call-ups are made, precious time that should be used to talk about tactics, they are going to spend some precious time to get everybody to understand why that captain's band will have to be worn by Jordan Ayew. That is the first reason why we have failed. If you are to justify to even the playing body why one of your most experienced player in the team should be made captain, then you've lost it. So where's the chemistry going to come from?
Maybe they did a tour, so Kurt has visited, Otto has visited, everybody. They're trying to get everybody to resetting the national team.
Nobody in that throughout that tour.
Resetting.
No player told them that stripped Thomas Partey of the captain's band. Nobody told them that. It is something to please somebody. Look, anytime we've decided to please them, they've let us down. We saw it in Qatar.
But after Partey, is Jordan not the most experienced? Is he not the most committed?
So what I'm saying is that
the context matters.
The context must be right.
Okay.
Keep him. Make Jordan his ass. I sat and I questioned why Kudus will captain Jordan Ayew. I questioned it.
You did.
I said, I mean, if you're Jordan, you're there, Kudus is the captain. That is wrong. Don't do it. And you did it, and we saw the repercussions. So when you see, togetherness is the best way to build a team chemistry.
And I agree.
And the togetherness starts from the top.
If you have tactics and you have no togetherness, and somebody has tactics and the chemistry of togetherness, you don't stand a chance.
You don't stand a chance against them. So there's nothing like team chemistry, because we don't even know the type of football Otuado plays. We don't know. Well, goalkeeper, Jojo Wolocott, Lawrence Atizigi, he's my son. I train him. Most people don't know this. I don't like saying this. Ati played for my academy. I'm the godfather of Lawrence Atizigi when it comes to football. Myself, William Lawson, Alaye. You understand? These are people who will want and wish the very best for the young man. But like I've always said, if my wife is not even good enough, money kuta kele po ebo modern.
Chale natui.
Money man be anake ebo modern.
Natui.
So if I can say it to my wife that you are not up to the task, if my player is not good, I'll tell her, and the boys know me, my players, they know me. I don't hide it.
But to be honest, right now, Atizigi is the best we have. It's like in the land of the blind men.
We have created that. And I've always said that to bring the best out of Ati, get him proper competition. He doesn't see Jojo Wolocott as a competitor.
Frederick Asari.
Frederick Asari, he doesn't see them as a competitor. So I have sat and I've said, bring back Razak Abaloa.
Yeah.
He's a goalkeeper. I will be shocked if I don't see in the next list. Because even during their developmental stage, Abaloa was senior to Adi at Red Bull Soccer Academy. Abaloa, he was senior to Ati at Red Bull. So Ati knows and understands the quality and the competition of Abaloa. Now, which have you seen? Look at Manchester United. There's no competition in the goalkeeping. No, Onana, it was a fool. You mean
Onana has grown a big backside
and he cannot dive.
Oh my goodness. My God.
That is factual. Go to look at the Real Madrid goalkeeper.
He cannot what?
He cannot
Die.
Look at the Real Madrid. Look at Courtois. Courtois looks at the young man and he said, that guy was not treated fairly by Real Madrid. He took them to the final of the Champions League, true or false?
True.
On the final, they say you should go and sit down. But Courtois came and they won. So Courtois is very much aware of the competition. Look at Alisson. Look at the Liverpool deputy goalkeeper.
Yep.
Keller
can easily be the number 1 goalkeeper of any team in the Premiership.
True.
That is what you create. And I've always sat here and I used to tell Olele, I'm telling Fatal Dada, create if Ati is your number 1, no problem, but create a competition for him. Jojo Wallacott Mekanibi. I'm a boy. Who is coming to be named number 2? Seydou Salifu. No more. Elebotwa. I've always said this here. He switched off. He loses focus after 60 minutes. Then we are in big trouble.
Land for me. Let's talk some Champions League.
If the Black Stars is going to progress, I agree with Edwin. Football now is 80% coaching. You saw an slot in midweek.
Yep.
Who told you that PSG they can play football more than Liverpool? Who told you that? That they can possess football and Liverpool will go there and only play 1 shot on target. That was the game plan. They will come and see Anfield on Wednesday.
Come and see.
They'll come and do what?
See
Anfield Wednesday. Abana Salah Duba. Mo Salah. You will see him. Dembele will look at us. Yeah, this is the real deal. This is the real deal. So you need to coach the team properly. As we speak, the players, you see, Honorable Kofi Adams, he's on record to have said that it wasn't only ordinary Ghanaians, well-meaning Ghanaians, but even the playing body wanted Otuado sacked. Kofi Adams said that.
He said that some players had told him that the
manager. So if after all this and you are now meeting them and you are laughing with them and you are joking with them and you are cha-cha pictures with them, Kofi Adams, honorable.
Coach, so diplomacy.
Diplomacy.
You can't.
Why are you telling? You should be telling Keto Kreku that there are too many members on that technical. We have close to 16 technical members. Why?
Yeah.
Why? Who pays them? Like I said last week, I'm going to repeat myself.
Yeah.
Because Kofi Adams honorable has gone mute on the matter, it means he has endorsed the 15-16 technical team membership.
Looks like that.
He's endorsed it. Because if he's not endorsed it, when he met them, that should have been one of the talking points. Why do you need 50? Then if we qualify for the World Cup, then times 3, 45. Of course now. Of course. They will be taking 45 technical backroom staff. $100,000 each. What is that?
Yeah.
Causing financial loss to the state. When Fashefa is coming to collect his pension money with Ghana?
Heavy.
Pension pay never here.
Heavy. That's why he said he was shocked when
he was shocked when he got the call.
Yeah.
They didn't see him good enough to even qualify for the interview. But they've seen him good enough to come and advise Otuado to achieve what?
Finally.
To achieve what?
Do we win these 2 games in our current circumstances?
Their players are not showing up.
Why are they playing? Their players are not showing up.
Yeah, the players are not coming. The
Why?
players are boycotting it.
What are you talking about?
Oh, the players won.
Against Ghana. That's what you are hoping for. That's what you are hoping for. Because
no, it's not coach. It's not me saying it. It's a report from Chad.
So you're happy?
I'm not happy. I'm only telling you that.
So they are forfeiting the game
for what?
Some.
No, they'll come.
Edwin is saying something. That is their game plan. We are forfeiting. They'll come and repeat what Niger did here. Look, we may win, but it will not change anything. I've said it here.
Papering over the cracks as usual.
With this technical team,
we are not going anywhere.
We are not going anywhere. This is the weakest technical team on the continent of Africa. If you outline the elite, Edwin, the elite, Cote d'Ivoire, Egypt, Morocco, Senegal, Tunisia, Senegal, Cameroon, Algeria, South Africa, Nigeria, name them.
Point well made.
The elite coaches. How can Otuado be cracking brains with these coaches?
Point well made.
When for Shefa, Enani, Mine Ato.
Let me talk about the Champions League and let me take it back this way. Anyway, let me give you a game. So, let's talk about Liverpool PSG. That was a really good game. Alisson Becker says that's the best performance of his career. Liverpool fans disagree. They say they've seen more performances like that. But anyway, what's your take on that game? Why do you think PSG were unable to win that game, and who takes or who goes to the next round based on what you've seen?
Look, I think it's pretty clear why PSG didn't win that game. Alisson, he was on fire, and he may say otherwise, but that was the best performance I have seen of him. And I have been a fan. I think he is by far the best goalkeeper in the Premier League, and he has been for quite a while. But he had one of his better games. One thing that interests me about the game is the fact that we've seen different levels to Liverpool this season. They've been outstanding, they've been dominant, they've been possessive, they've been very, very good in a lot of games. But in this one, they were resilient, and it just is shades of Liverpool under Jurgen Klopp last season, where they would go behind several times and then they always came back. This season, we've seen them be the better side in most of their games, 80 to 90%.
True.
They've been the better side. They were expected to win. They played like they were going to win. In this game, they were up against it, and they still found a way to win. Arne Slot was talking about how, even though they might have had some luck, the players worked hard. So they understand where they are in the season. Every single player understands their role. They may not have the best of games, they may not have the most productive, they may not have the most prolific of games, but they know that if they hold on, if they keep working hard, if they keep pressing, if they keep running around, they will find a goal. And I worry for PSG. As coach said, they are going to Anfield. Anfield's a different ball game. Liverpool played the perfect away game and came away with a win. If we had been going into the Anfield game goalless, I'd still be worried for PSG. But with them being a goal down, I do not see a way that they get past this Liverpool team. Fine, they may score a goal. They certainly have the talent to do so, and they show that they have some really good attacking players. Kvaratskhelia was very good. Ousmane Dembele was very good as well. But Liverpool just have that X factor in Mohamed Salah. He's by far the best player in the world. He didn't have a good game in the earlier leg. There's no way they're going to keep him quiet for 2 games in a row. He is going to find a way past them.
Because I'm sure he himself was like disappointed in how he performed.
Yeah, and one thing Arne Slot has done is that in games where Salah has not had his best, the next game you can see an immediate improvement, because he recognizes that this is our best player. Every play goes through him. He's our most dangerous player. So if we can manage to get a good game out of him, there's a likelihood 70% of the time we win that game, and I see that happening in the next game at Anfield. I don't think PSG have what it takes to get past Liverpool.
Touch on I want you to touch on Madrid Atletico. KG game 2-1, I think, is how it ended. Real Madrid taking a narrow win to the next leg. Who wins this for you? Who comes out on top?
I still have this funny feeling that Atletico Madrid will win it. I still see Atletico Madrid winning it. I see Atletico Madrid getting a 1-0 win at the Wanda Metropolitano, forcing extra time, going on penalties, and winning on penalties. Yeah, I see it playing out that way because it's very cagey, and we've seen Atletico Madrid several straight years go into games, particularly in the Champions League, aside the finals against Real Madrid, where they need a goal, they defend so well, they get that goal and they defend so well. I remember that brilliant goal Saul Niguez scored against is it Pep Guardiola's Bayern Munich?
Yeah,
that brilliant run, solo run, and that brilliant strike that he got, and that was it. That's all that they needed. They defended very well and they qualified. Then against Liverpool, they got a goal, defended very well, and Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool opened up, overly committed themselves to the attack in search of a frantic goal, and they left themselves exposed, and Alvaro Morata and company got the job done against them. So I look at this Real Madrid team and I look at that performance this past few days, and it was clear that, look, the goals that were scored in that game were very, very good. They were so good. That Rodrigo goal, that Julian Alvarez goal. You look at even the winner for Real Madrid, Brahim Diaz's goal. Yeah, they were so good. But I look at how the teams felt after the game. Look at the body language of the Real Madrid players.
Yeah.
They weren't comfortable.
Will you be comfortable?
They weren't comfortable.
Atletico, you won't.
They weren't comfortable. That tells me that, look, Atletico Madrid are in a very good position, and they didn't really, in terms of how they performed in general, they didn't really excel that much. Look at the goals that they conceded. Yes, they were brilliant strikes, but they could have easily dealt with them. That Rodrigo goal, for instance, he cutting infield, they allow him to cut infield. In the first place, the left fullback didn't do so well, and they gave him extra space and time for him to be able to shape his body up and deliver that shot with his weaker foot, the left foot.
So Atletico for you?
Atletico for me. So for me, I see them improving defensively and being able to get that one goal. That sets up the game for an extra time matchup. Then they play it out, cancel each other out, and go to the penalty shootout. And that's where I see Atletico Madrid edging out Real Madrid and qualifying to the next stage.
Let me take Gabi and then I'll come to coach before we do Premier League. So Gabi, your pick of the lot. So we've done PSG, Liverpool, we've done Atletico, Real Madrid. There's Benfica, Barca, which I think is still unfinished, but I think Benfica are on serious team, so they'll lose that game. And then there's also Bayern Leverkusen. I think that game is over.
Yeah, the Arsenal PSG game to
Arsenal PSG.
Arsenal game is over as well. So just have a pick of one of those games for me.
Your team, you mentioned your team. Borussia Dortmund and Lille, 1-1.
Yeah, Dortmund not a serious team.
Let me see. I just want to quickly touch on the Arsenal game.
Okay.
I just feel like PSV didn't help themselves by playing with the highlight against Arsenal. Of course, we all know, we are aware about Arsenal striking woes this season, but these are some of the games that Arsenal, opponents who play the way PSV did, given the fact that they don't have a striker, they can then rely on Mikel Merino and Ethan Nwaneri. That's why I think they had to do justice to the job real quick against PSV. And heading into the second leg, I don't think they'll put in a lot of effort to go past PSV again. I think the biggest test for them is that I think Arsenal will face Madrid. They're on that part.
Yeah, they'll face the winner of Atletico Madrid.
Yes,
Real Madrid.
That is when we'll get to see if they can actually match up against the big boys in the Champions League. And if you want to ask me, I don't think they'll look at Madrid and say, look, this is a team where we've spoken on several occasions that they are not so good when it comes to whatever they do in the Spanish La Liga. But Madrid is a different beast when they are playing the Champions League. Just a slight digress. When you look at that Atletico game, these are some of the games that Madrid like. The bugra football. You get it? Opponent
football with no clear-cut formula.
Exactly. They just hit and smash and go. That's the kind of football they like to play. And if Arsenal, because that game against Madrid, I think that is if they are able to go past PSV. It's the same way they are going to play against Madrid. See, they would have a lot more of the ball possession wise, and Madrid themselves would want to hit Arsenal on the counter attack. So I think that game against PSV was one of those games that they looked at it and say, it's our moment. We can capitalize on a lot of weaknesses in that PSV team. Because I think PSV this season have not been too good. They've not been too good. And they carried that form in the league into the Champions League. So I was not too surprised. My only surprise was that scoreline, the 7-1. I thought Arsenal would have won.
But I didn't think it would be like that.
Yes, the 7-1 was a bit shocking for me.
Embarrassing. Let me take Nimli's thoughts on what his pick of the games was. So you had Atletico, Real, you had PSG, Liverpool. I'm sure it was definitely one of those two games. Just your take on
just a quick one on the PSG, Bakola and Ousmane Dembele.
Yeah, it was Dembele.
They are not serious.
Abe, wasted a lot of
serious. How do you waste those chances?
Wasted a lot of chances.
They are not serious at all because it was on the platter for them to score.
Yeah,
and they couldn't score.
Well, on a good day, somebody will say poor finishing. Somebody say great goalkeeper.
No, in those instances, it was poor finishing. It's just like what I always use this example: 2010 World Cup. That Casillas Ayew Robin one-on-one situation. Yeah, Casillas did well, but it's more of Ayew Robin's failure to convert those chances.
I get what you mean. Let me read a few messages as Nimley sets himself up. So Joe from Teshi says, did they consider the state of the pitches before choosing which venues are going to be used? Pitches really make the league look like a joke. You're talking about the GHPL. Seth from Botiano says, I think the NSA is working with international standards in reference to Babayara and Legon, but these stadia could hold other international games. Daniel Ayew from Medina says, Greenfield Estate, I can't wait for Barca to win the Champions League. Jesse from Kaswa says, great to have Edwin back on the show. I beg, make you guys invite Prof, make it come past one of these days. Yeah, Charlie. Shout outs to Jesse and Ponta. Nitojo from Tema Newtown says, football is key in our sports development because it drives other lesser known sports, mainly because of infrastructure. FA administration is killing Ghana sports. Reg from DC says, I support Nimley on his views on Schaefer. If he can't see from the touchline, which is closer, how can he see from the stands, which is further?
You
supposed to stop those things. Anyway, coach.
Yes.
Champions League.
You look, I watched the games, and for me, I think Atletico were very, very unlucky. I don't remember the last time they played this well against Real Madrid. Look, they were by far, to me, the better team. Real Madrid played the game in moment.
Yeah, that's what they always do.
That's what they always do. And I think Diego Simeone has seen that and he's realized that. So there's everything to play for there. I backed Ayew when he says he thinks Atletico will get a job done. You see, Real Madrid has won this tournament too many times. They are always the favorite to win it. I don't think they'll win it every year. And I think this is one of the years that they will not win it. And I think Atletico will wrap it up against them at home next week. As for the PSG Liverpool, I've already said, if you are going to Anfield without a lead, the stadium where Leo Messi, Suarez and Co couldn't keep a 3-0 lead, and understanding Anfield is more a proper traditional European night venue than the Stade du Parc where they play the ball. Parc de France, I told you.
Parc de France.
Parc de France.
Parc de France.
Parc de France. That's it. Don't do that. Parc de France.
Don't do that.
And like I'm saying, you see, PSG themselves are aware. They may think, you see, I've said that Alisson did his job. For me, I'm one of those people who believe that the pole doesn't move.
You say this all the time.
The goalkeeper's responsibility is to keep the ball out.
Yep.
So if you are playing, he's catching, he's doing his job. That's why he's there.
Fair.
When the Black Stars
What stopped Donnarumma from stopping that shot? What stopped him? He should have stopped it. He didn't stop it, so Liverpool won.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, see, you don't need to dominate the round object to be in control of game. So tactically, it doesn't mean you are in control of the game. But one thing that is certain, Liverpool will not have only one shot on target at Anfield. I think they will have more shot on target than PSG at Anfield. And that will reflect on the scoreline next week Wednesday. They were my pick to qualify.
Yeah.
And I still do maintain they will qualify. I think the other game that is worth mentioning, the fact that Barcelona
had a red card and still beats Benfica.
Having played 5-4 against the same opposition in the group stage, went there, clearly understood the difficulty of the game. And life was made even more difficult.
Hansi Flick is such a good coach.
When Kubasi,
22nd minute,
my player
got sent
in
off.
that team, I think he's my player in the team. For a 20-year-old defender,
19 or 20,
19, 22, to be the linchpin, the one who actually leads from the back. He's the leader at the back.
Plays like he's an old man, like he's been playing football. He's been playing football for years.
He's so good.
Yeah.
For him to have been sent off and Barca played the way they played, yes, you want to credit Szczesny, but like I said, in the case of Alisson, Szczesny was also doing his job.
Yeah.
If you can't let it go past him. I expect Liverpool, I expect Barcelona, I expect, of course, Atletico Madrid and Bayern Munich. They have a very comfortable lead.
Inter
Milan definitely will qualify.
Aston Villa,
Arsenal. I expect all those who did very well.
Kubasi is 17.
Look, Charlie, look.
17.
Look,
that's crazy.
He's the best at his age that I have seen.
That's actually crazy.
For a defender. And he's not playing for any other team.
Yeah.
He's playing for FC Barcelona.
And if you know him, right? He actually looks like he's belonging in the team from the very first day he stepped in the
was
team.
introduced.
Yeah.
So he's that good.
Brilliant
for
player,
me,
actually.
He's one of the first name on the team sheet of Hansen.
Unfortunate that he has
to
play for Barcelona.
I have every confidence that Barcelona will definitely qualify. So look, the Champions League is taking shape though.
Yeah,
I think the games after this round will be even more delicious.
Super. Anyway, let's talk Premier League. We have a big game this weekend. There's Arsenal Man United on Sunday. Huge game. Abeku, I'll ask you just one question. Please give me don't
question that to be something because
no,
we will not be anything.
You are not even a straightforward guy. I can ask you a straightforward question and you go winding all over the place. Okay. One question. One reason why United will win this game this weekend. Just one reason.
United won't win the game this weekend.
They won't win.
No.
Charlie, what's the meaning?
You have to be real.
They won't win?
Yeah, man.
Why won't they win? One reason why they won't win then.
It's not an organized team. I don't see a lot more consistency in that team and what the manager seeks to do. They are so on and off, tactically, system-wise and whatever. So I don't see United winning this game. I just see a draw. Right.
Best case for them.
Yeah.
Charlie, the guy was giving Amorim a lot of hype and then all of a sudden...
It's not about Amorim. It's about the charges he has. I mean, the players are not really learning fast. I've criticized Sexy for a minute, but I feel now he's picked up...
He's sexy.
Yeah. I mean,
sexy.
Alright, cool. Inconsistent team, poor tactics from them. Whatever.
No, not poor tactics from the manager. I never said that.
Okay. Say inconsistent team.
Yeah.
The system is not working, and the players are not learning quick enough.
Yeah, the players.
Look, I think Man United would have played soft if Arsenal had a chance to win the league. United would have preferred Arsenal to win the league than Liverpool to win the league.
True.
Arsenal has 13 points off the pace, and they are not catching Liverpool. And because of that, and if you look at where Man United find themselves,
precarious.
The Europa League is a
sitting pretty in 14th
place. They will not get relegated.
In fact, based on the games, based on how the Everton West Ham's game go, you could end up 16th by the time the game week is over.
Yeah, they will not get relegated. The fact is, they will not be at that 20.
They will not be worse than Ipswich or Leicester and Southampton.
They will not get relegated. And if you are an Amorim, I listened to him speak today, where he talked about he's about survivor in the league.
Yeah,
but Man United players were extremely very tired in midweek yesterday. I watched that game against Sociedad, and there are lack of options. Too many injuries in the team. He should go to the academy, and I want to see 3 or 4 academy players in the first 11 against Arsenal. He doesn't have a choice. He has to do that, because that game against Sociedad on Thursday next week is a make or break. I think if they were to boot out Sociedad, they stand a very good chance of going all the way to the final in the Europa Cup. And if you want to rebuild this team, you want to attract better players into this team, then you should be focusing on winning the Europa Cup. So yes, Arsenal will not beat Man United 8-2 like they received some years ago. Whoever, I want to see him play the Malian boy. I've been wanting to see that boy in midfield. Sekou Kone. If you can play Chido, if you can play Obi, you can play Sekou Kone. Play him.
What all these players? Charlie,
play him. It is what it is. That boy will do better than Ericsson. He will cover more grounds. He will put in better tackles. Man, you team him.
Fair game.
So the fact of the matter is, you cannot go and exert too much energy against Arsenal. It's taking you nowhere. And go and flop it on Thursday. As a United fan, I'll be very, very annoyed. I'm not saying society I don't have what it takes to beat United at Old Trafford, but I want to see a better fight. I want to see a better fight on Thursday.
You are better off prioritizing the Europa League than the league,
because there's nothing going to come out of the league.
And the Europa League is a path to the Champions League.
Straight. You win that in the Champions League. You give the man money. That brings in an extra £100 million for qualifying for the Europa League and for the Champions League next season. Then you can go and get Osimhen, get 1 or 2 players into the fold, and one watching into the fold, and then better the fortunes of the team.
Fair.
The likes of Maguire, Lindelof.
See the way Dalo failed to provide that cross for Rasmus Højlund. If that was Osimhen, they'll fight on the pitch. Who
passed that ball?
They'll fight on the pitch.
Anyway, let me go through the full complement of matches. So we have Nottingham Forest, Man City. We have Liverpool, Southampton, and then Brentford, Aston Villa.
Liverpool, Southampton.
Charlie,
massacre.
They nearly drew the first leg. Don't do this.
No, it's a massacre. But they'll refresh the squad, but still the output will be virtually the same.
Sunday, Chelsea, Leicester, United, Arsenal.
You see why PSG will suffer. They also have a 13-point lead, so they can rest, because Liverpool rest players against. No more, come on. Wednesday, I'm a fire. Mohamed Salah.
I think that game should be on Tuesday rather, because they played on Wednesday this time. So they will reverse on Wednesday. Tuesday. So then there's also West Ham, Newcastle. Those are the games. Let me just do a few shouts before I go. So today is Baby Safo's birthday.
Baby Safo.
Charlie, somebody sent me a mobile on my phone. I don't know the person.
Send it to me. Let me verify. Send it to me. We can verify. Baby Safo. Charlie, big fan of Sports Panorama, one of our own. Charlie, happy birthday.
Hardest guy.
Yeah, happy birthday, Baby
Safo. People like Baby Safo, Canada Boga, who are so much inclined with this program. Meaning Honorable Kofi Adams feel.
Onusisi.
Otuado emini feel.
Let me shout out my good friend Okule. My good friend Okule. Charlie, Okule is globe trotting. Since the Paris Olympics, I don't think Okule has touched. I don't think he has touched. Right now he's at the Upper East Side. No, Upper East Side. Manhattan. Upper East Side. I hear Okule has a penthouse at Central Park. Okule, how many times did I call you?
Breakthrough number.
No, and let me give. Okule says another reason why I love Coach Chris and Panorama: pure fire and truth. I'm enjoying the show, Manhattan, New York. Location. No, see that. No, see the way a man ID it will be hard. It will be the message. It will be the location, bro. Okule, he said Manhattan, New York. Charlie, nah, he's a hard guy.
God will there.
Boys will be trooping there.
Who come?
Nobody can stop reading. Let me say a belated happy birthday to Sandy Mensah. Yesterday was your birthday. You chop your birthday with Ghana. As you chop the birthday with Ghana, I hope you had a good one. Sandy Selassie Mensah, happy birthday, happy belated birthday to you. Let's do some birthday shouts around.
I also have one. Shout out to one of our ardent listeners. No, it's Gucci.
It's customary. They will get yes.
Former deputy marketing manager of the Ghana Football Association. Former Benjamin Nketsia.
My good friend.
Manchester or UK or live in the YouTube.
My good friend. No, see, let me just say that. Let me just say a big shout out to Willie Graham. You're a big man. That's all.
No, he's studying sports business management and policy.
He's a big man.
Nice. Will you see me for the blaster game? We say, Coach, calm down. I did the time to say, Coach, calm.
No, Graham is a big man.
No, Graham take me. Charlie, he say, Coach, they keep up this in your back way. You pay how much and I go with your Johnson.
Oh my God.
I pay the thing. I said, damn, man.
No, Graham, take your flowers. Charlie, more shouts.
Charlie, are you done?
Oh, he's done.
Okay. So shout out to Michael Nchubosi. Today is his birthday. He's an Aden's Lesnar, and then to my two top dons.
Daniel
Gucci Mane.
Thank you.
No,
Dominic Gucci Mane and Daniel Payday. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, happy belated birthday. Big shouts to my cousins, Nanajo Foriamanfo and Kofi Adabo Foriamanfo. Yes, yesterday was your birthday, Kofi. Yes, proud and fancy guy. Yeah, he was your junior in school.
Yes, sir.
Yesterday was your birthday. Celebrated your birthday with Ghana. Yes, big shouts to you, big man, Kofi Foriamanfo. And earlier in the week, yes, it was the birthday of his sister, my cousin too, Nanajo Foriamanfo.
Yeah,
and a big shout
are
to
you going to be wishing somebody?
I was just about to come. And a big shout to pretty much the biggest listener of Sports Panorama. He loves everything about Citi Sports. Yes, our colleague Jerry Fifian, and shouts to you, man.
Top down, hard
nice
guy.
one.
Hey, but you know, shouts the guy or the person who sent you the package last week. There.
Oh, please, Nimly, please, Nimly, I need you, Charlie. Please pick the fancy for me. Charlie, random will see.
It was specially shaped.
Not your birthday,
inscription.
not your birthday, not your anniversary. Getting an I love you surprise balloon
out of the blue
with sandwiches.
Make a ask for the story.
Pancakes.
So then we they sit the newsroom now.
Thank you.
Where Bernard Avle come. Where he say then he the host the show now where they can't tell and say
He gets some package.
He gets some package. So he did the show. He cough.
Yeah.
He say
I'm not expecting any package.
A package plus balloon. Then rep.
I love you.
Hey,
he cough.
Bernard say then he cough.
Okay.
No, if you wanna Bernard, I break word.
Till date, he's telling us that he doesn't know the person who sent it. How can you tell me the story? How can you tell me the story?
Walla, them story, story, papa.
And speaking of the I love you team, big shouts to our little Don, Peanuts.
Don Julio. Charlie, you are doing things on this desk.
Peanuts.
Can it be a desk man or a coach?
Julio. Peanuts.
These young men are dangerous, coach. Treacherous and dangerous young men.
Peanuts.
Coach, give me a shout.
Yesterday was the birthday of the man I considered to be my father.
Oh, Charlie.
If there's anybody who's had a positive influence in my life, anybody who has been there for me when I needed somebody outside of my family to be there for me. I remember very well when I had written my exams, gotten my full scholarship, and I needed somebody to be there for me. Just get me my laissez-passer. My laissez-passer to go to the States and go and do my masters. Look, I told him that I have my visa, it's a full scholarship, and I needed the money to get my ticket, and I needed some pocket money on me. Bosu, there was nobody in my family who at the time could have done that for me. Not because they couldn't do it. Not because, yes, it was simply because they couldn't do it, because they didn't have it. I'm talking about,
I know who you are talking about.
Mr. Kobna Ejepon.
Yeah.
Boss, I call him daddy. Wherever you are, I say God will bless you. God will bless you because you've always been a positive influence in my life.
Nice one.
You've always been there for me. Your encouragement, your advice, your motivation has been one of the things that have always kept me going. Look, I'm always grateful for the story I just narrated. I'm always grateful, and I'll always be grateful. And because of that, I say happy belated birthday.
Oh yes.
I couldn't call you yesterday. I decided I won't call you yesterday. Although yesterday, because I knew I was going to be on my show today, so I wanted to wish you the birthday on my show. Happy birthday, pa. That is what has changed me. That is why I'm in the position to be able to take care of my family the way I do. God used you to transform and change my life. I am so grateful. Happy belated birthday. My last one. Today I walked into a certain man at the Prudential Bank. In fact, a young guy. Charlie, the moment I was with my wife, the moment I walked in there, the guy he saw me and then he came straight to me. And then he said, Coach, Charlie, I like your program. Tell the likes of Nketsia and then Sosu and Yao that you guys are doing wonderfully well. So whatever I was going to do at the bank, he took the forms and then he did everything for me. I just needed to sign and that was it. And I didn't join the queue.
You mean VIP treatment?
Everything top notch.
Oh man.
Malik Ashibo.
Oh man.
Malik Ashibo of the Prudential Bank, the one at the Madina Zongo Junction. My brother, I'm most grateful. And God bless you.
Hard.
On my way here at Legon,
hard.
When I was getting ready to cross the road, there was this guy, Padia Kelile. I'm a touch on near me. Then when the guy saw me, he packed right before said, Coach. I said, what is this? I said, oh, no more job. And the girl was like, hey, what is that? I said, look, the man is acknowledging fame. The man is acknowledging proper fame. Oh, no more Padia can Coach, take this for transport. You see, it was very little. He knows I'm far bigger than that. I didn't see that.
But it's the gesture.
But it is the gesture. It is the will, the freedom, the expression with which he did that. He didn't tell me his name, but I'm sure he's listening to the program.
Yeah.
Bosu, I appreciate it. And
Charlie.
I say, God bless you.
A big man.
My last one.
Yeah.
I was at the DVLA. And then, I think about 3 weeks ago, I went to register my wife's car. And then, a very big man, he walked to me. And he said that, Coach, if you know what you and your people normally do for me, God will bless you. Papa no. He said, take 150 Ghana cedis, go for lunch, go and eat. I said, wow. You see, you least expect them to do such things, but when they do, no matter how little it is, the gesture, the joy, God will bless you.
Yeah.
Look, this program is to get even better by the grace of God. Amen.
Appreciate it, Edwin.
Yeah. So, quick shout outs to the Peterson Aquas, Joel, to Eric, to Marilyn. Thanks for supporting me, to Eric Jabati as well. And one of the biggest fans in Tema. He listens every single week, Orlando. So, shout out to you. And it's the birthday of Nana Bakumsin. Nabi, one of my best friends. I hope you have a good evening.
You see, when Edwin,
it's okay. We have closed. Okay. We have closed the show. Show brought to us by Twisco, Blue Jeans, Royal Kingdom Estate, and Kivu 41 Gary Mix. Thank you very much to Coach Christopher Nimbley. Thank you, Edwin Kwakofi. Thank you to Yahweh Jamie Tagabi of Abeku Watchery. Thanks to all you guys who helped to make it possible in the back, the stream crew, the studio hands, everybody, and of course the YouTube community. Big shout outs to you guys and those of you who sent in messages. The show will be up on YouTube. You can check it out. We'll upload it soon on also our streaming platform, so you can check it out as well. We appreciate your time. My name is Benjamin Nketsia. I will be back on Friday. Big shout outs to the people in Bus 3. Actually, nearly forgot Bus 3. The Heritage Caravan.
Charlie, they are coming.
The boys in Bus 3. Yeah, Charlie, you guys are added listeners of the show. Big shout outs to you out there. We appreciate it.